Xavier Worthy was ranked as the 13th best wide receiver recruit in the 2021 college football recruiting class, so we're the 12 receivers ranked higher than him now. Well, to start, just one spot ahead of him at number 12 was JoJo Earl, coming out of Aledo, Texas, who committed to play for Alabama. And he actually got to see playing time in his first two seasons at Alabama, where he was solid but never amazing. So in 2023, he transferred to TCU. And in his first two seasons at TCU, he didn't look very good, so after 2024, he decided to transfer to UNLV. And at number 11 is Dante Thornton Jr., coming out of Baltimore, Maryland, who committed to play for the Oregon Ducks. And in his first two seasons at Oregon, he also looked pretty solid but was never amazing. So in 2023, he transferred to Tennessee. And in his first year at Tennessee, he had a similar season, but then in 2024, he had a great year with over 600 receiving yards and 6 touchdowns and just declared for the NFL draft. And just cracking into the top 10 is Lonnie White Jr., coming out of Malvern, Pennsylvania, who committed to play for the Penn State Nittany Lions. And Lonnie White was both a top baseball and football player in high school, and he was actually one of the top MLB prospects in 2021. And he decided to quit football and stick to baseball and skip college at all, as he would actually go on to be selected 64th overall in the 2021 MLB draft by the Pirates. And Lonnie White is currently in the minors. And at number 9 is Brian Thomas Jr., coming out of Walker, Louisiana, who committed to play for the LSU Tigers. And in his first two seasons at LSU, he was solid but just never really that great. But then in 2023, he dominated college football in the SEC with 68 catches for 1,177 receiving yards and 17 touchdowns. And this allowed him to be selected 23rd overall in the 2024 NFL draft by the Jaguars, where he had an amazing rookie season with over 1,200 receiving yards and 10 touchdowns. And coming in at number 8 is Deion Smith, coming out of Jackson, Mississippi, who committed to play for the LSU Tigers as well. And he also had a solid true freshman season at LSU in 2021, but after this, he would transfer and go play JUCO football. And in his one season of JUCO, he was extremely good, and he became one of the top prospects and decided to transfer to play for Ole Miss. Sadly, though, due to eligibility rules, he had to sit out the entire 2024 season for the Ole Miss Rebels. And at number 7 is Aggie Hall, coming out of Florida, who committed to play for the Alabama Crimson Tide. And in his true freshman season at Alabama, he didn't do very much, so in 2022, he decided to transfer to play for the Texas Longhorns. And he actually only played one season for them before he would be dismissed from the Longhorns football program. And after that, he transferred to the University of Central Florida, where he didn't do very much and entered the transfer portal again. And he was a 3-star transfer and the 605th best overall player and committed to play for Sacramento State earlier this year. And coming in at number 6 is Cody Jackson, coming out of Richmond, Texas, who committed to play for the Oklahoma Sooners. And in his true freshman season at Oklahoma, he also didn't do very much, so in 2022, he transferred to play for Houston. And after seeing absolutely no playing time in Houston in 2024, he transferred to Tarleton State, where he had a solid year but was never that amazing. And just cracking into the top 5 is Chris Hilton, coming out of Zachary, Louisiana, who committed to play for LSU. And overall, in his first 4 seasons of college football at LSU, he just hasn't really done that much. In his career, he has 31 catches for 658 receiving yards and 6 touchdowns, but he's looking to return to LSU in 2025. And coming in at number 4 is Jaden Ballard, coming out of Ohio, who committed to play for the Ohio State Buckeyes. And overall, with Ohio State, he looked like a bust, as in his entire career there, he had 11 catches for 177 receiving yards and a touchdown. So this offseason, he entered the transfer portal and transferred to play for the Wisconsin Badgers. And just cracking the top 3 is Troy Franklin, coming out of Menton Park, California, who committed to play for the Oregon Ducks. And at Oregon, he immediately became a truly great and special wide receiver there, as he'd actually be named a first-team All-Pac-12 selection and a second-team All-American in 2023. And this allowed him to go on to be selected in the 4th round of the 2024 NFL Draft by the Denver Broncos, where he had kind of a disappointing rookie season. And coming in at number 2 is Ja'Cory Brooks, coming out of Bradenton, Florida, who committed to play for Alabama. And in his freshman season at Alabama, he didn't do very much before in 2022, he bursted on the scene with 39 catches for 674 receiving yards and 8 touchdowns. After this, he had a down year in 2023, so in 2024, he transferred to Louisville, where he had a great year with over 1,000 receiving yards and 9 touchdowns. And he was a first-team All-ACC selection and is currently expected to be drafted in the 6th round of this year's NFL Draft. And the number 1 college football receiver recruit was Emeka Egbuka, coming out of Washington, who committed to play for Ohio State. And overall, in his 4 seasons at Ohio State, he's been truly dominant and has been a special wide receiver for the Buckeyes. He was a huge piece in them winning a national championship this season and has been an All-Big Ten selection 3 times and is now expected to be an early first-round pick in this year's NFL Draft.